Shit. Well, I already missed ABB with the earlier one. I might end up missing the later one too. Shit. Oops. I stayed up a bit past my bedtime yesterday. And the day before that, I think. I don't know. I did that fucking Roblox stream a few days ago. I was yawning before I started this, so I just know I'm already a little bit tired. I could have waited till like 10. Could still. Fuck it though. The people in that jousting chat keep thinking that I'm their pawn. It's like fucking. They're just absolutely begging me to do a video with both Joe and Mamba or everybody, and I've given them one condition, and I know it's a condition that won't be fulfilled because I don't want to do it, but on the off chance that this condition is fulfilled, super unlikely, I guess I'm fine with doing it. I don't want my fucking show to be a big mess. It would probably be a stream as well. It would just be... wow, no, really? Huh. It would just be, just a stream, whatever. I'll just fucking... probably Discord or Hangouts, get everybody on, if that's a thing. I think a bunch of people actually got tired of jousting, you know? Like, the videos were like the apex, you know? Like, this is it, this is as good as we can get. And then it was like, it just revealed enough, and then people were like, alright, this is kind of boring now. So yeah. There were a bunch of people asking when the next podcast would be. They call it a podcast now because they're only listening, obviously. And then I tell them the time, and it's always the same time, but then I tell them, you know, it's gonna be like all of the other episodes, the ones that you haven't seen. So, I mean, you can watch it, which I guess they can very well. They can watch it for the same reason that anyone else usually watches it. It's just a fun, nice thing to have to listen to. But seriously, doubt I'll have any guests from that chat for the reason of jousting again. I don't know. Maybe just some of the people that I like. If I get bored, you know. I do like having guests, but having 6 or 7 people on for the explicit reason of making fun of one of them is just going to get out of hand, you know? I should really put more attack and defense into these maiden. If I did, this team would probably be able to kill in one turn. It would take a very long time, but it probably would. Especially defense, but more attack in them, and then they would just, then all of them would be able to do 9s, you know? After 2 buffs from her, we get 9s out of everybody. But we don't even get 9s from just 1 buff, especially not now because we lost one of Letta's there. Oh well. Okay. I still haven't gotten any 5er offers. I think I should really reevaluate that whole thing because it probably looks and sounds terrible. People look at that and they're like, who the fuck is this weird ass dude? Nah, not gonna pay him to say the words that I want him to say. I don't know. That would probably be the smart business savvy thing to do, but I'm dumb and not business savvy, so maybe I won't. Sometimes I like being a fucking idiot, which is a terribly dumb thing to say. Don't take my example for anything in life. just don't. Oh, this event is over soon. Huh. And now you know what time I'm recording. And now you know that I very well could be recording during ABB. I'm just not because I'm an asshole. Oops. Yeah. Well, it more comes down to, like, there's a schedule of things I want to do. And I would have recorded this earlier. I just ended up not, because people started talking about webtoons, and then I just had to join in the conversation, so I did. And that's that whole story. A lot of that happened today in my chat. Actually, it was just like, I'm supposed to do this thing now, and then people start talking about something that interests me. Like they were talking about anime openings and just music in general, and then it became anime openings, and then we were just having like a trade back and forth of like, this anime opening is good and shit like that, just showing off shit. So I was there doing that instead of recording Kumo and Shield, which I actually did get around to doing. I recorded like 3 Shield and then like 4 or 5 Kumo. That dog is barking. No idea why. He just barks. Oh god, that's Ben. Good old fashioned Ben's back. Interesting thing. I mean, like, this is just the thing that I can mention. Like, so when I'm the one that lets the dogs out, because I'm the one that has control over the dogs, because just like they're authoritative at all, or and just like just dump treats into their mouth whenever the fuck, you know. So the dogs listen to me, and I let them out most of the time. And the 2 little dogs, they listen to me the most. Ben listens to me because well he does still, but he was gone for a while. Because he's technically my sister's dog, and he usually stays up in her trailer, except during the day whenever she's working. But he was gone because she was gone, and like during that week or so, I figured out that I can get the little dogs to go outside just by clapping twice. Because it would usually be that I would clap twice and I would say, "All right, everybody, we're going outside," and then I'd start walking toward the door, and then we'd do it. And then it got to a point where I was just testing things, and I look out there, I look at the dogs, and I clap twice, and they're like, "Okay, it's time to go outside." You know, I start walking, and they follow me. So I just taught the little dogs that was what I had to do, and then they just got used to that. But then Ben never learned that clap twice thing, so I can clap twice, and the little dogs will come. But Ben won't. Ben is also a little dog, but he's a bit heavier than them. But Ben doesn't know this at all, so then I have to clap to get them, and then I have to call Ben specifically to go outside, instead of like, "Everybody, let's go outside." It's just like, clap twice, and then, "Ben, come on," you know. I don't know, and that's just how that works. That's a fun little story there for you. How's it fun at all? I'm not sure. It's just a story. It's just a story about the dogs in the house. Right, Tiger? Hi, girl. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. I'm playing with my cat now because she came to say hi. This hasn't happened in a while. Okay. Right, girl? Because I was recording earlier, and she likes to jump in my lap when I'm recording, so I was playing with her then, and now she's being friendlier because she's in a good mood, I guess. Also, haven't put her in her bag. I used to put her in the bag every now and then to try to get her used to it, and she just hates it. She's more comfortable with it now. She won't just scream her head off whenever she's in there. Like, she'll chill, but she hates it still. So I think that's good enough where if I want to take her anywhere, I can put her in her carrying bag, and should be fine. So it's good enough. But I probably won't anymore because I know that she doesn't like it, and I don't want her to keep not liking me. Right now she seems a bit more comfortable with me, which is good. God fucking damn it. She doesn't have a buff right now. Okay, whatever. I should really, like, put more effort into this. Get better cards. I don't know. I talk about this way too often, but, like, just the drive is gone. whenever I have water next to me, I have to sip it during the videos. It's almost an excuse to not talk sometimes. You know, it's just like, I'm gonna drink I don't need to at all. It's just there. I mean, I do that during the day, though. I just always have water next to me and I drink it. And I fucking love having a stein. You know, if you don't know what a stein is, it's a very large mug. I haven't looked up the exact dimensions, but this is most certainly a stein. And it's just almost always, you know, full of water. So what used to take me like 4 trips, you know, like I'd have a glass of water and then I'd drink it and then I would go out and I'd fill it up and then I'd drink it. Now it takes me like 2 trips. You know, I only need to fill the thing up like twice during the day, maybe 3 times. Sometimes only like halfway during the night because I don't want to like wake up in the middle of the night having to piss like a racehorse, you know? What the hell is happening right now? Oh my god, seriously? How did that happen? I wasn't paying enough attention. Hopefully we'll be fine. Is she gonna do more? No, she's not. If she bursts, yes, but not right now. Because she doesn't have max. The one in the center has max. Seer. Seer is her name. Mike told me how to pronounce her name. Mike is the only person to have told me how to pronounce her name. I thought it was Siri, but apparently it's Seer. I could have looked it up anytime I wanted to. I just didn't give enough of a shit. But Mike just randomly told me because he was watching the episodes. I don't know if he still is. I feel like he must have given up because it's a large ordeal to decide that you want to watch all of the episodes, which again I don't recommend because it's difficult. Don't even take that as a challenge. You will just get tired of it, you know? Like, there's no interesting story to keep you going unless you're that interested in knowing like what has gone on in my life completely, you know? Like, there are interesting things you can learn like by puzzling things together from various episodes, which I like to leave clues every now and then for the really dedicated people, but I don't think I have any really dedicated people, you know? Sometimes I'll have people that'll like bring up something I've mentioned in the past, but I don't have any detectives, is what I would like to call them. I don't have any people that are like, you said this once, and then this thing, and then that leads me to believe that you are this, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, you know? Because I leave little clues and hints and things. Or sometimes accidentally, sometimes I'll just accidentally say something, and then later on I will add to it subtly, and then, you know, hope that it's one day somebody pieces these things together and comes upon an interesting story or fact or whatever the fuck. I think my watch is dead. Yeah, my watch is dead. Shit. I don't know what time it is. I can check though. Yeah, hi girl. She's definitely she's just chilling in front of me. She hasn't done this in like a month. Yeah. I'm thinking about other shit. I shouldn't do that. I started watching Jojo's again, actually, because I was just, like, thinking about it. Because I finished part 4, and I fucking loved it. And then I think I watched, like, a video or something, and I was just thinking a whole lot. And I was just like, I watched part 1 and 2 in dub. Well, the idea was to rewatch part 2 in sub, because part 2 is usually regarded as like a lot of favorites, and I know Joseph Joestar is my favorite of the JoJo peoples, but I really liked part 4, and I kind of wanted to compare part 2 and part 4 in sub now because I watched them in dub, and then just sort of messing around, and other people were talking about JoJo a lot too. I discovered that, oh yeah, part 1 is only 9 episodes, you know? So I was just, now I'm rewatching the whole thing. I'm starting with part 1 into part 2. Even though part 1 is pretty much objectively the worst, the pacing's kind of bad. Like, the first 3 episodes are hype as shit, and so much happens. And then the next, 5? No. 6. I know how to math. Are a lot slower and just kind of weird. But after that, shit gets great. Like, I know part 2 is really good. I remember a lot of part 2. I remember a lot of part 1 too, just because I have a lot of because I have a good memory. Oh, Tiger's leaving me. See you, girl. Yeah, I just haven't have a good enough memory that I can just, you know, like I'm seeing this shit and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened, you know. It's been long enough that that it's still enjoyable, you know. I said, you know, like 10 times in that sentence, but it's like I still remember the things that happen. Like the same shit happens with like anything I rewatch, you know. And sometimes if it's long enough, it's, you know, it's really fun and it's great, but it's still, I'm still gonna be like I rewatched 30 Rock, not exactly recently, but like, you know, a few months ago or something. Sometime last year, I rewatched 30 Rock after I'd watched it many years ago, I think. Because I really loved it, and I loved it on the second viewing because it's a really fucking good show. But there was a lot of shit where I was like, oh, I totally remember this episode, you know? And like characters, I was like, okay, I know who they are, like I know what they're gonna do, shit like that. But then there'd be other shit that just completely caught me by surprise because like it's shit that I wasn't aware of at all. So there's a little gag with James Franco where he's actually he hires the blonde chick. What's her name? I already forgot her name. He hires the blonde chick to pretend to be his girlfriend because there's like internet rumors going around, and when they reveal the internet rumors, it's actually like the rumor is that he's actually obsessed with and treats a Japanese body pillow as his girlfriend. And like they have scenes just showing, I think her name's like Himeko or some shit like that. And just like he's there next to a body pillow. And when I'm seeing this on the rewatch, I had no idea it was coming. And I laughed my ass off because it just came straight out of nowhere. Like I had no memory of this because on the first time seeing it, I had no idea what it was. It wasn't a part of my life at that time. And I just glazed past it, you know? Because it just wasn't relevant to me at all. And then now it's like so relevant to me, you know? I see, now there's no game audio. God damn it. I'm doing a thing that I haven't had to do for like a week now, and that's I'm recording in post while editing because the sound fucked up. And the sound fucked up in the video and the audio that I started recording separately. God damn it. It fucked up at exactly the same time. So something happened that made them both fail. And like the audio problem only happens to the video when the mic is plugged in, but it happened also to the app that I used to record sound when I had a person in a call, but I didn't this time. Oh, God, I don't know. Like, I could try different apps, but I already paid $3 for that one, and it's good enough. And I seriously doubt that any app is just gonna run better. You know, maybe if I turn off record sound from the video thing, that'll help free up some RAM or whatever. Math, computer talk. God, I don't know anything about my problems. Just fucking. Oh no. I don't know what to do. I think I should just clear my shit before I start recording and then call that a day. But whatever. For now, this is the end. Fucking take care of yourself.